You say hi, friends?
Hi, friends.
Hi, friends. We're going to show you how to get these braids on a toddler with curly hair.
I'm not Toddler.
Here on Curly Mckee, we do tutorials, try out different products, everything that you could need to know about curly hair for your kids. So her hair is wet and finger detangled. I'm actually going to run the tangle teaser through it. When you're braiding, you want to make sure it's really, really detangled because you don't want to get stuck in a snarl like in the middle of a braid. So I'm just going to go in starting with the ends and run through. So the hair is wet and detangled. That's the first thing we want to make sure that we have. We also want to have a high slip product on hand. So I have this Strengthen and Restore Leave-In Conditioner. I'm also going to be adding a little bit of gel to her hair to see if that will just help keep the braids in for longer. So the first thing that we want to do is part the hair into sections based on how many braids you want to do. Today we're going to do 4 braids. So I have my rat tail comb and I'm just going to part her hair into 4 different sections. Alright, so with this pointy part I'm just going to take it and I'm going to do one down the middle first. So we parted one side of our hair. Just gonna put it up using one of these clips. Alright, so I'd love to hear what your guys' favorite protective style is. Leave it in the comments down below. So I'm just taking this other side. I'm gonna part it again. And what's nice with this tool is you can kind of do like in the general area. And then once you have it like kind of sectioned out, you can go back in and section it out again. And you can kind of flatten them down to really make sure that the sections are nice and clean. So I'm going to start with this section right here. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit of gel in it, and we're going to see if that helps keep the style in a little bit longer. You know, braids, they're not fast to do, especially when you're doing a lot and you're doing Dutch braids close to the head. So to try to keep the style as long as you possibly can will just be a reward in your efforts. I'm going to put a little more water. They're just starting to get a little bit dry. What you want to do, tilt your head back a little bit, is I take a section towards the front and I try to make it pretty small.
Ow.
Okay, so we have this section right here. And I'm going to separate that into 3 parts. I'm just going to start by regular like braiding, just to start the braid so that you'll see that start of the braid, and then I'll start to pick up more hair. So I'm just going to take what's in my right hand, go under. See, this is in my pinky and ring finger, and I'm taking my pinchers and I'm going to go under and grab the strand on the opposite side, so the middle one is going out. Then I do the same thing with the other hand. Take the pinchers, go under, middle part goes out. Pinchers, go under, middle part goes out. So once I've done that a couple of times, make sure it's really nice and tight. As I go under, help me out. As I go under with my pinchers, I'm going to grab a little bit of hair that is close to that part of the head. So I take that hair and that section and I pull it up. So now that's in the middle. What was in the middle is now out. Alright, so again, I'm going to go under, grab the section that's on the outside, grab a little bit of hair, and pull it under. Now this is where you might have to manipulate a little bit. I see all this hair that came up. I want to kind of separate it out because I don't want to take that much hair.
Out.
So now I'm taking my pinchers, going under, grabbing a little bit of hair, separating it out because it grabbed too much hair. Go under, take a little bit of hair, grab up. Okay? And we're just gonna kind of do that. I want to make sure that this is staying separate over here. All right, so again, go underneath, grab a little bit of hair, and pull it up. Especially when I'm doing like multiple braids, like 4 braids like this, I try to grab as little hair as possible because I want to keep it really nice and tight to the scalp. I just find that makes it last longer. And the biggest thing I can say with braids is practice makes perfect. I'll insert a couple screenshots of what my braids used to look like when I first started. And it really is so much muscle memory. You know, so I used to do braids when I knew like we weren't going anywhere the next day, because like who cares if I mess up, or when we were just sitting there like hanging out in front of the TV like at night, you know, just try it. You know, don't be afraid to start over. And I try to keep like pulling it as I'm doing it just to make sure it's nice and tight again to her scalp. So now I got down to the bottom, and so now again I'm just gonna go under and pull it out to the middle part to the outside. So now I'm just regular braiding, not grabbing any hair. And again, it's all like muscle memory that you just get with practice. I like kind of knew how to braid before having her, and now I could like almost do it in my sleep. I did not know how to do this at all. Like I knew how to do like a regular braid, and that was it. Okay, so now I just secured it with a little rubber band. You could put beads, you could put clips, you could put whatever you want. But yeah, so there we have the first one. All right, so now I'm gonna move on to this middle section. As it takes some time to do each section, you can re-wet it, reapply more product, make sure you have a lot of slip in there. I also like to, I'm gonna use this Curl and Style Milk. When I do protective styles, I like to add product that's a little bit thicker, because I know that it will just help keep it moisturized for a couple days, since I don't want to take all the time to do this protective style and then take it out tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to take a small section towards the front, separate that into 3 parts, and again I'm just going to start by braiding it. So under, take my pinchers under, and now what was on the right is in the middle, take my pinchers under. Do that 4 or 5, 6 times, and now I'm going to start to add in hair. So as I go under, I'm going to take a small section of hair and pull it up. Go under, take a small section of hair, go up. Alright, again, so now we're down at the nape of the neck, and we're just gonna quickly braid the rest of this. And I kind of twirl the end just to keep it together. Put on another rubber band. And now we have these two. So now I'm going to do the other side and we'll be right back. And so here we have, look at the camera. Go like this. So here we have 4 beautiful braids, nice and tight to the head as a great protective style. So you can add beads to the bottom if you want to learn how to add beads to this type of hairstyle. Check out the video down below. Follow us on Instagram if you want to see some other behind the scenes, some more about our lives. And next week I'm going to talk about how you sleep with a style like this. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss that video. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. And comment down below if you learned anything new, if you're going to try a protective style.
They already heard about that.
Did they? You're being so helpful.
If you like this one, you can have a stamp.
Okay. What does the stamp say?
If you like this movie.
Oh, that's what the stamp says?
Yep.
Okay.
If you like this movie.
Alright, say bye.
Bye.
If anyone has discount codes to these things, they seem to disappear all the time.
'Cause of me.
Because of you. Yeah. Alright.
What?
Nothing. So,
Can I please put beads?
we will do that tomorrow, okay?